Hey everyone, I'm snowed in, so I got nothing better to do than talk about music right here, right now, on the Metal Meltdown. I hope I don't run out of food. I hope I don't run out of booze. I hope I don't lose my mind. But I'm not joking. I'm actually stuck in my apartment because Toronto got bashed over the head with an ungodly amount of rain and snow, and even though we're Canadian, we don't really know how to handle this. Our infrastructure sucks, and the mayor of Toronto is such a fucking asshole.
He actually is, though. Shout out John Tory. You suck. You suck. You suck so hard. You have no idea how much you suck. But hey, whatevs, you very likely did not tune in to hear about how much of a raging doofus John Tory is, how incompetent he is. He is, though. You tuned in to hear all about this brand new And Oceans album, and you did so because this is a brand new episode of the Metal Meltdown, and today we are talking about a brand new And Oceans album entitled... What is this thing called again? Alright, here we go. As in gardens, so in tombs. Booyah, we remembered the name. We actually looked it up. This is the 6th official full-length studio album from Finnish symphonic and melodic black metal crew And Oceans. It is their second album since reforming in the late 2010s. They previously dropped an album back in 2020, Cosmic World Mother, which I think I remember enjoying. I didn't really think much of it at the time. And Oceans, in general, I've never, paid a whole lot of attention to. I'm familiar with who they are and what they've done, but, don't expect they're reviewing every And Oceans album video anytime soon. Let's put it that way. As such, I went into this album with few expectations, if any. I just kind of was like, alright, it's gonna be a symphonic black metal album. We'll talk about it maybe in an album review. Very likely it'll end up going into the albums I missed video at the end of the month. No biggie, whatevs. Let's just check it out for shits and giggles. And yeah, many shits and giggles we had, and then some, because yeah, this album kind of bops. It kind of goes, man. It kind of hits. It kind of slops and gops. Expanding exponentially on everything that Cosmic World Mother did conceptually and musically, this album is a grand, cinematic, immersive, cosmic display of atmospheric, symphonic, and melodic black metal with sweeping melodies, lush orchestration, some really great synth work, some really great tight production. It consistently stands tall and proud with confidence and regality. It consistently showcases a lot of really emotive and occasionally unpredictable songcraft. There's a lot of old school black metal flavors, some melodies and licks and hooks that wouldn't be out of place on a classic Enslaved record or a classic Emperor record. There is some of the usual bombast I expect of symphonic black metal, from bands like Dimmu Borgir or Cradle of Filth, but there's also some more minimalistic kind of sections. A lot of the symphonic stuff, a lot of the synth work feels more pulled from the realms of a dungeon synth record. There's also some really cool electronic elements, some cool kind of chanted spoken word sections here and there. Or she, or they. I don't really care. Up to you to decide. The point is, it's beautiful. It's pretty. It's stunning. Just a great album with a lot of great songs and a lot of great moments. The title track, for instance, As in Gardens, So in Tombs, opens this album on a very triumphant and powerful note. The horns blare and the strings ooze with a kind of melodrama and bombast I expect of the aforementioned Dimmu Borgir. There's also some cybernetic, futuristic kind of vocoder vocals in the vein of what I expect from Cynic, all paired and contrasted very nicely with some ripping old school black metal fury. Some of the more atmospheric touches here even bring to mind some of the most ferocious and extreme material from Alcest. There's Within Fire and Crystal, which laces some tight blackened grooves with some minimalistic kind of dungeon synth melodies and soundscapes and some very elegant guitar work. Plus, Also, simultaneously, some of the most agonizing and oppressive vocals on the record. I mean, one moment he sounds as if he's literally crying out in pain for help. The other, he sounds like some kind of demon overlord standing over you. Then there's Carried on Lead Wings, which packs tons of hellish, almost blackened death metal fury. I mean, it's really brutal, really fast, really heavy. And this builds a really sturdy foundation for some very emotive, grandiose synth and string and guitar work. I mean, it really does build up to something really quite massive and beautiful. The track Wine into Water, in particular, dazzled me with these transcending melodies and rhythms that continue to escalate, that continue to build, quite literally up to the heavens as angelic leads and vocals began to kind of take over in the forefront of the sound. Like, screw white metal and Christian metal. If there is a god, and if he is into metal, I honestly think he'd be blasting this. The closing track, Ambivalent God, is another show-stopping moment, honestly. I love a lot of the weird, like, spacey, cosmic, instrumental interludes throughout the track. I like how it also closes on this really kind of, like, ambient note as well. I like those really epic, dramatic beats contrasted with some of that more old-school kind of melodic black metal riffing, as well as those slower grooves of those whispered vocals. A lot of great stuff happening here. It just feels like you're drifting through the cosmos, through the heavens, and oceans are apparently your guide. I could personally do without some of the electronic drumming that can be heard throughout the album, but I mean, all things considered, I really don't have a single major complaint or criticism for this. It's just kind of great. It's epic. It's stunning. It's so well put together, so well produced, so lush and elaborate and evocative and still really brutal. I'm honestly feeling a solid 4.5 out of 5. I think it's kind of incredible. This makes me want to revisit Cosmic World Mother, and it makes me want to check out the rest of the And Ocean's discography, see what else I've missed, what other tasty morsels I've unfortunately not tasted along the way. Seeing as how this basically doubles down on everything Cosmic World Mother did, it's fair to say if you did not enjoy that record, then obviously nothing here would change your mind. But I don't know, I remember that being a pretty well-received record, so I can't really picture that being like a colossal issue for too many people. I honestly don't have a ton more to say. I think everyone just does a fantastic job on this thing, and I think if you're looking for some really epic, powerful, emotive, symphonic black metal, this is it. Frankly, it's been a while since I heard a symphonic black metal album I enjoyed and was invested in this much. 4.5 out of 5. Incredible. Honestly, check it out. Solid way to start 2023. Anyone else daring to drop some symphonic black metal this year had best get to work. You better fucking really jump on it, all right? Put 100% into it, because these motherfuckers put 110% into it. And that is it for the Metal Meltdown. I'm not an expert, nor do I claim to be, so what do you think? Do you like this record? Do you not like this record? And what do you want to hear from me next? And thank you for watching. Make sure you press subscribe right here so you get updates on the Metal Meltdown fucking immediately. And as always, you have yourself a fantastic fucking day.